figured it out, guys. It's a magnolia tree. All the flowers have fallen off. The leaves are out in full bloom. I owe you guys a bit of an update on our IRS story. Some positive news, but it is chilly in Chattanooga today. We've had some beautiful summer's days here. Sun is shining. Pretty day out, but it's like 50 out here or something. It's a little cold, but anyway, we've got a couple of errands to run today. Going to give you an update on the IRS. We've got to go back to ACI Motorsport today, and we're going to have a look at a potential new house that we're going to be moving into. Fingers crossed this one works out, because it's got a garage. But look at this, all of this pollen. As beautiful weather as we've been having, the pollen is crazy. So first things first, wash all this pollen off quickly, and then to go see the house. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the windscreen, but pollen is all over here, all over the front of the bonnet there. We love Chattanooga, but does somebody want the pollen?
Can anyone stop the noise that's inside my head? Boy, keep telling me things, horrible things about you.
And don't you just love cheap Costco finds? These pants are probably some of the best I've had. Water resistant, whatever. And in case you're wondering, no, the exhaust doesn't get old. And I still love going through the tunnels. And every time I get there, Lindy's like, you're just wasting the gas. But you know what? Smiles for miles, baby. I think we may have just found a new place to move to. Went and had a look at that rental, and I don't know why we keep doing this to ourselves, but we always tend to end up with the units that need little work and a whole lot of cleaning. So anyway, we went and had a look at it. Lindy and I both like it, so that's a plus. The garage is nice and big, that's a plus. Got to have a chat with the landlord, sort out a couple of things, get our application in, but all is looking good. So hopefully in a month or two we will, no, not in a month or two, in a couple of weeks we'll have our new place to live. Also popped in an ACI, picked up my new World Racing League shirt that I won on their social media competition or whatever. So the new 2023, that's pretty cool. This is the first time I've actually had a look at it. So all the different trails, pretty close to us. You may or may not be seeing more of ACI and some of the racing on the channel. Had a good chat with the social media guy while I was there now, and we're going to see if we can work something out, do a little bit of collabs together, and I'd love to spend some time around some of those portions of them. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with that one. The update on the IRS. So Lindy and I managed to get down there, whatever it was last week or whatever the case is. Met with the lady there, and she was super helpful. She took in all of our paperwork, understood exactly what was going on. She looked at the paperwork and she said, but there's an issue here. And we were like, oh, here we go again, you know, normal dealings with government or whatever the case is. And she said, why are you filing the way that you are? And we were like, well, that's all that we know. And she was like, well, you two are married, aren't you? So we were like, yes. She said, so let's file for your taxes jointly, I think is what she wanted to do. Anyways, what would have been like a couple of dollars back in taxes, this lady has now changed things and changed the way that the taxes are working, and we are getting a little bit more money back. So we're super stoked about that, super grateful to the lady. I made sure to fill out one of their little survey cards and, you know, put her name there and made sure that she knows that she helped us and that her boss knows that she's doing a good job. So that was super easy, but now we just need to wait. I think the processing time is about 7 to 9 weeks for my tax number to come through, and then after that they'll go ahead and file Lindy's taxes, and another 2 or 3 weeks after that, and we'll get some money back. So that's all really good, because the predicament that we're sitting in now is that our lease for this apartment finishes on the 20th of April. The place that we're going to go and have a look at today, they want to fill it from the 1st of April, which means we don't really have a choice, because we don't want to be stuck in limbo in terms of after the 20th, we've got to move in with somebody else, you know, friends of ours or whatever the case is, and what do we do with all of our furniture and all of that type of stuff. So we kind of feel like we're needing to pay double deposit. But anyway, I'm working out a solution there. But every little bit of dollar is going to help that move a whole lot better, because I'm not looking forward to moving our furniture and our bed. This bed, I mean, for those of you, the guys that have been around and you saw the video of us assembling that bed is massive and heavy, and having to disassemble it and move it down. And then it's also got the electronic mattress thingy-mabobby underneath it. I mean, there's no ways I'm going to carry that down by myself. Anyway, not looking forward to it. And the next update is probably the one that you're coming to see, is that I got a response from the White House. So quick backtrack. For those of you that don't know, I sent an email off to the White House saying, hey, this is my situation with the work visa. Can you help? Actually sent it to the President of the United States of America, Mr. Joe Biden. So about a week ago, I got a response from them, and I'm just going to go through some of it. Thank you, Dear Mr. Bauer, thank you for writing to me. Immigration has always been essential to America, enriching our economy, our culture, and our values. But our current immigration system is a relic of the past, leaving a difficult challenge without easy solutions. I'm doing everything in my power to take steps to manage the border in a safe, orderly, and humane manner, while honoring the promise of America that has led generations of immigrants to become a part of our nation's fabric. He then goes on to say a whole bunch of stuff about how the border and protecting it from illegals and drugs and all of that type of thing. And at the end, he finishes off by saying, the work ahead will be hard, but if we come together and remember who we are, we can build an immigration system that reflects our values and upholds our laws. Sincerely, Joe Biden. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that that does not come from Joe Biden. There is no doubt in my mind that that is just a generic response to anybody that sends a message about the immigration, because I didn't even touch on, the borders and all of that type of stuff and the illegal drug trade and whatever else. I just said, hey, I'm a working class citizen, I'm a professional, I can contribute to society, but your immigration policies are not allowing me to. Please help. And this was after he went out online and said, hey, if there's somebody that really wants to invest in this and help, then shout out to me. So that's what I did. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we stand. We continue to push on. We continue to try and find the silver lining in this cloud of me not being able to work, but we will get there. And like I say, the more I dig around, the more I chat with people. We're still waiting to hear about this house, because this is a couple of days after I told you guys that we went to go look at that other house. It's looking positive, but right now, I'm not getting my hopes up until it's signed on the dotted line. That's kind of the update where we are in terms of IRS, in terms of work authorization, in terms of moving, in terms of whatever else. So if you enjoyed the video and you liked it, please make sure that you are subscribed down below. Make sure that you leave a like. Comment down below. Let me know, if you have any ideas or anything in terms of the work situation, the EAD, all of that type of things. This whole social media thing is a grey matter when it comes to the immigration and all of that type of thing. So there's one lawyer that says this and there's another lawyer says that and whatever else. All I know is that right now we could use all the prayers, we could use all the thoughts, we could use all the positive vibes, and probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, in a couple of weeks' time, we could use all the muscle we need to move all of our stuff out and start a new adventure in a new home that could bring some exciting things. And that just depends on how the conversations goes with the homeowners. Anyway, until next time, we'll see you then. Bye. And the pollen is just unreal. There it is, all sitting there on the car. It's all over. It's a pain, so we're gonna... And for those of you that don't know, that there is pollen. It is everywhere, all over. We're gonna give this beast a quick rinse off, and I don't know what I'm saying.